Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in my numerical series program, today I will begin with some important question from the chapter kinematics. A very good question, a very good concept which is given in every book for the sake of your 11th class examination, for the sake of your competitive examinations. This concept is very much important. The question is, in circular motion, in this uniform circular motion, in the of radius r, velocity v and time period t, a body is revolving along this path, along this circular path. The diagram is given here. We have to find the average speed and velocity. Average speed and velocity are different from different point to different point. From A to B, from A to C, from A to D, and from A to A. There are four points where we have to find the speed, average and average velocity. We all know that average speed, the formula for average speed, V is equal to total distance by total time. And for average velocity, this is average speed. And for average velocity, let it be V dash. Average velocity, total displacement by total time taken. This is for average speed and this is average velocity. I think you all know very well about distance and displacement, because total distance and total displacement. For quick revision, I am just telling you that distance is the path length between 2 points and displacement is the shortest path length between 2 points. From A to B, we want average speed. From A to B, average speed. For average speed, we have to find total distance from A to B. This distance from A to B. And this distance is how much? 1/4 of the total perimeter. That means this length is 2 pi r by 4. 2 pi r by 4. That means pi r by 2. This is the path length from A to B. That means distance from A to B. So the first question which we have to find, from A to B the average speed. From A to B, average speed. So average speed from A to B is equal to total distance from A to B, that is pi r by 2, and divided by total time taken. Suppose this time random value, suppose the time t is 16 seconds and velocity 100 meter per second and radius suppose 1 meter, a random value. I have taken here because we need concept only. If numerical value is changed, you can put that changed value in your solution. The concept should be very clear. So here, average speed is equal to the path length from A to B, that is pi r by 2, and divided by the time from A to B. The total time period is 16 seconds, then the time from A to B will be 4 seconds. That is 4. That means pi r by 8, and you can put the value r, that is 1. Pi into 1 by 8, that means pi by 8. This meter per second. This is the value of average speed from A to B. I think you have understood. Slowly, if you think over the concept, step by step, if you think over the concept, then there is no need to worry. Okay? Physics is a subject which needs patience, depth thinking, depth analyzing. This is the physics basic requirement. I think you should notice it. So here, now for the A to C, this is from A to B. From A to B, what will be velocity? At the same time, A to B average speed is pi by 8 meter per second. Now for average velocity from A to B, average velocity from A to B, again that is equal to total displacement. A to B, the displacement is the shortest path length between A and B, and shortest path length A and B is how much? This length, step length. If it is r, this is r radius, then AB by Pythagoras, AB value that will be equal to, AB will be equal to here shortest path, AB is equal to r square plus r square, that is under root 2 r square, that is under root 2 r. Means under root 2 r is the displacement from A to B, and the time taken is the 4 seconds. That is under root 2 into r means 1 and 4, under root 2 by 4 meter per second. This is the average velocity from A to B. So average velocity and average speed from A to B we have calculated. Similarly, we have to calculate the average speed from A to C. Then what will you do? From A to C, for average speed A to C, this will be the path length, because the distance from A to C is equal to the half of the perimeter. Half of the perimeter. Now come to that part. From A to B, the path length is equal to half of the perimeter. A to C, we have to find from A to C, we have to find the path length, that is distance, and that distance is nothing but 2 pi r by 2. 2 pi r by 2, this is the path length, that means pi r. And the time from here to here will be half of 16, that is 4. So average speed is equal to, total distance from A to C, that is pi r, divided by time from here to here, that is 8. That means pi into 1 by 8, that is pi by 8 meter per second. This is the average speed from A to C. I think you have understood it. Similarly, the the average velocity from A to C will be equal to average velocity from A to C will be equal to total displacement from A to C, that will be this diameter, that is 2r by half time, that is 8, and that means r by 4, r means 1 by 4 meter per second. Similarly, we can solve the average speed from A to D, the total path length and the total time. Similarly, average velocity from A to C, A to D, from A to D, this will be the shortest path length, that is displacement. Similarly, from A to A, the total displacement is 0. Total displacement is equal to 0. If displacement is equal to 0, then average velocity will be equal to 0. But the average speed from A to A will not be equal to 0, because 2 pi r by total time, that will be the answer for that. I think you have understood it. If you get any confusion, you can ask me directly on my phone number given in the description any question regarding this. Frankly, at any time you can ask any question here without any hesitation. One thing I would like to say here very honestly, that please time and again think time and again about that topic here. You will get full concept. Okay. Now in the next class, I will explain you about some basic concept of position time graph, velocity time graph, and acceleration time graph, and numerical on that. Till that time you have to watch, because that is very interesting topic. Position time graph, that is xt graph. Velocity time graph, that is velocity time graph, you know very well, or speed time graph, and also acceleration time graph, that is very much important. These three graphs, numerical related to these three graphs, I will explain in the next class.